Hi everyone, today we are going to be starting an experiment all to do with plants. Now last year we did growing plants, so you were growing plants at Mrs. Farm and we had to plant the seeds to grow plants that we ended up selling. So you know all about growing plants. I have grown some spinach here that we are going to use in our experiment. So if you have any plants at home that you can use in the experiment yourself, then of course you can do this. You don't just have to look at mine. There are 5 main things that a plant needs to grow. It needs air, light, water, nutrients and warmth. So just like us, we need air to breathe, the plants need air. They need light because that's how they make food. So if they don't have any light, they can't make food. They need water to help them get big and strong, just like we need liquid, we need water to survive. Nutrients that come from the soils, they have to be planted in soil that come up the roots to help the plant grow. And they need warmth, just like we need warmth as well. They need warmth to make them grow, which is why when we plant things, we might put them into a greenhouse or on a warm windowsill. I want to know what happens though if we take away one of these 5 things that plants need to grow. So I'm going to do 2 experiments here. I'm going to stop watering one of my spinach plants and I'm going to take away some of the light from one of my spinach plants. So if I show you how to take away the light from one of the plants first, you might have a plant at home that you can do this with and you could do this experiment along with me. Here is the spinach plant that I am going to stop getting some light on some of its leaves. Now you can see at the moment that the spinach plant is really nice and healthy. It's got really nice dark green leaves. It's got new leaves coming. There's a dinky one right in the middle here. So it's really healthy at the moment. It's sprouting, it's healthy, it's making food from the sun and it's growing. However, I am now going to cover up one of its leaves so that it doesn't get any light. I have just got here a small envelope that I have cut in half and I'm going to cover up one of the leaves with it. Obviously you don't have to do it with a small envelope if you don't have one. You could do it with just a piece of paper, anything like that. So it's like a little pocket and I'm going to cover up one of these leaves like so. So that leaf now isn't getting any light. The rest of them are getting light, but this one isn't. So hopefully when we take this off in about a week or 10 days time, we're going to notice a difference between the leaves in this plant that have been getting light and the leaves that haven't. Now, I want you to have a think. What do you think is going to happen to this leaf that isn't getting any light? There is a sheet on our Teams page that has some space on it for you to draw a picture and to write about what you think is going to happen to this leaf. And when we come back to look at it in a couple of weeks' time, I will explain what has happened for you. Our next plant, still a spinach plant, again is very healthy. You can see its leaves are all standing up. It's got lots of new growth coming from the middle of it. And at the moment, the soil is nice and damp because it's been being watered. I am going to stop watering this plant altogether. It's not going to get any more water. This one that I've covered the leaf up is still going to get water, so we'll see what it looks like when it's been getting water. And we will compare it to the one that hasn't been getting any water. Now at the moment as well, it's really nice weather, so it's nice and warm, which means that it might start to dry out quite quickly if it doesn't get any water. So again, what do you think is going to happen to this plant if it doesn't get any water? What's it going to look like? Can you describe what's going to happen to it? And when we come back to look at this in a couple of weeks' time, we will see the difference between the one that's not been getting water and the one that has been getting watered, and we will explain why there are differences, if there are any. If you have got any plants at home, then you can try this yourself. You could cover up one of the leaves or you could stop watering to see what happens to the plant. However, if you don't have any plants at home, don't worry, because I'm going to show you what happens to my plants when I make the next video for this in a couple of weeks' time, for you to see if your predictions were correct. So if you log on to our Teams page and go to the topic section, you will find a sheet that you have to guess, you have to predict, guess what's going to happen to these plants, and then we will see if anybody has got this right when I show you this next video. Have a little think about what might happen, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!